In today's video, I'm going to be explaining the science behind why it sometimes feels good to be upset, to feel angry, and what you can do to start to change that so that you become more addicted to feeling happy and being kind to yourself and others. Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. It's Lucie here, and on this channel, as you may know, I share all sorts of videos about personal development, spirituality, and how to become the best version of you. So this is a really interesting subject. Why does it sometimes feel really good to just totally lose your shit and lose your temper and get angry and shout at someone or yourself? Why does it feel really good to sometimes just burst out crying? Well, there's two elements to this that I'm going to talk about today. First of all, I'm going to introduce you to the Hawkins vibrational scale of emotions, okay? These are emotional frequencies. So if you've never seen this scale before, basically, as you can see here, there are, it's like kind of like a thermometer, right? And at the very bottom, you've got the lowest vibrational frequencies, the most negative frequencies, most negative emotions that you can be feeling. And as we go up the scale, you will see that the emotions gradually get nicer and nicer and more positive and more positive and more positive. Okay, so if you have any awareness about how the law of attraction works, this really helps to understand it on a deeper level, because as you may have already heard, we attract things and people and circumstances and opportunities that are on the same vibrational frequency as us. So it's not about being, it's not about being a hard-working person to get what you want, because I'm sure that you may know some people who might not work as hard as you but have more success in their life. It's not even about, being a really good person, because I'm sure you've heard of bad people who have also got what they want in life. It's actually that if you can match up to the vibrational frequency of the life that you want, then there is no question that life and you're on the same plane, so you're going to be experiencing it. So that is why all techniques, all law of attraction techniques, whether it be writing things down like scripting, I am so grateful that I've got this amazing life, that I've manifested this and that and the other into my life, or creating vision boards where you can literally see these things that you want to manifest into your life, or meditating, visualizing. All of these tools are tools. They're techniques to help you to get up to the same vibrational frequency as that life that you want, because you're there, you're looking at it, you're writing it, you're visualizing it, you're thinking and hopefully feeling as if you already have those things into your life. And so when you rise up to that place, then you and those things start to match, and you start to see them pop up into your life as if by magic, as if by coincidence, but that's how it works. So if we have a look at this scale here, as you can see at the very bottom are emotions like guilt, shame, fear, hatred, and this kind of stuff, okay? And as you will notice, anger is actually higher up the vibrational scale than a lot of these other emotions. So what that means is, if you are used to, and this is sometimes a little bit hard to realize, because when something it feels normal to you, it just feels normal. It's quite hard to pinpoint. But if you really do think that the majority of your time you're spent feeling fear, you feel like you're feeling fear, maybe fear of judgment, fear of other people's opinions, fear for your safety, fear of not achieving things, fear of failure, fear of success, worrying about politics, worrying about the situation in the world, worrying, fear. If you feel like actually that's the majority of what you're doing, then it's likely that your consistent vibrational frequency is down somewhere around fear. And unfortunately, but actually fortunately for you, because you can change it, you can do something about it now that you know what I'm going to share with you. But the reason why you may also have been experiencing lots of things to feel worried about, and things to fear, and things that you've been feeling scared of, is because when you're down here feeling fear, all of the stuff that you could feel fearful of and all the other people who are worrying and scary people, they're all kind of on your vibrational frequency. So you end up being surrounded by all of that kind of crap. Back to the topic, why does it feel good sometimes to feel angry? Because whenever you go up levels of this vibrational scale, it will feel good, relatively speaking, for you, right? So if you're currently used to vibrating down here the majority of the time, then having an outburst of anger, having a go at someone, getting really pissed off, punching a wall, any of these kinds of outbursts of anger will actually feel relatively good for you, good to you. Not to mention the fact that when you are angry, it's a way to release a lot of the stuff that maybe been bubbling and trapped and winding you up and grinding your gears and tormenting you at night. And now suddenly there's a way to release it. So if you're on a journey where you're looking to, obviously, I would say that the goal is to raise your vibrations so that more of your time, more of your precious life you are spent feeling joy, feeling at least neutrality, but also feeling excitement and happiness and gratitude and love and bliss and peace and abundance and enlightenment, right? If you want to spend more of your time, more of your days feeling those positive emotions, then feeling anger could be, you're climbing up the rungs of the ladder, and you could even see it as a step in the right direction. And this is why when I run some of my transformational workshops, sometimes when we're working through stuff, my clients and I, and often I do these workshops with one of my business partners, Hannah, when we're working through stuff with people, they might find that they get really angry, or that they burst into tears, or that they don't even know why. They're like, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm crying. It's because they're moving up, energy is shifting, their perspective has changed, they're on the way up vibrationally, and you can't just get from the bottom right to the top without climbing through a whole flurry of other emotions. Okay? So that is why it sometimes feels good to feel angry. But as you can imagine, the ultimate goal is for feeling angry, relatively speaking, not to feel good for you. Okay, as much as we always want everything to feel good, what I'm saying is when you rise above that level of anger, and maybe your normal baseline has become neutrality, willingness, courage, joy, and love, and you're starting to, on average, the majority of your time feel quite good, then something like anger would be a step down. Is that making sense? Relatively speaking, if you were to get angry, it wouldn't feel good because it's less good than where you most consistently are. So if you've ever wondered why maybe somebody in your life seems to really get off on feeling angry, but you really don't like feeling angry, then this isn't a topic about who's better than whom or anything like that, but it could help you to understand where people are coming from and why certain emotions are satisfying or even addictive to some people, but why you really don't like that kind of emotion. So it helps you to feel more compassion for other people. Try not to be condescending or anything, because that really never helps any situations. Be respectful and be compassionate and understand where they are in their journey right now. Let them experience what they're experiencing and see how you can support them on that journey without trying to say, you're doing it all wrong, you need to stop feeling fear, because, they need to come to that awareness themselves. Hey, maybe you could share this video with them subtly. So the ultimate goal is to climb this emotional scale, and I encourage you to maybe print off the scale somewhere, put it somewhere around your house when you're going to see it every day, maybe even put it on your phone screen or something, and check in with your thermometer and see where you feel that you're at right now, where you feel like you've been at for the last 24 hours or so, and set the intention of where you want to be on that scale for the rest of the day. And that will massively, positively impact the way that you decide to show up and think and feel and act, and what you choose to do that day to get yourself feeling as good as possible. This is also why you may hear a lot of people who practice the law of attraction encouraging you to do things that make you happy, to have fun more, to play more, to be more in touch with your inner child and just be jolly and laugh and everything like that. Because that will help you. Those practices will literally be helping you to get up to the top of this scale. And when you're at the top of this scale, then you attract more people and experiences and circumstances and dreams and goals that are on that same high vibrational frequency. And you actually come across less negativity, less negative situations, less negative people, even though they're still around and the world is made up of a bunch of positivity and negativity. Of course, we all experience a little bit of both, but on the whole, the things that really affect you in life, the things that you really bring into your home, into your family, are all the really good high vibrational stuff. I used to have the mindset of, hustling and make sacrifices and, the struggle and, it'll be worth it, it'll pay off. But really the much faster, easier and more enjoyable way is have fun and play and feel good and do the things that make you feel really, really happy. Do the work that inspires you when you're feeling inspired, and when you're not feeling too good and not feeling inspired, well then look at how you can feel more inspired and feel more good. And maybe it's just time that you fill up your own cup, and maybe it's time that you play, maybe it's time that you actually dance to some music and have a good laugh and hug your loved ones and, watch something entertaining and treat yourself, paint your nails, do your hair, wear a face mask, get a massage when we're out of lockdown. And so that is the new approach that I'm taking towards all of my businesses and so forth. And I'm finding that when I focus more of my time and energy to filling up my own cup, and this is a note to self to remind myself of this, that everything miraculously seems to unfold during those periods of time faster than ever. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell before you continue to browse through YouTube. Feel free to check out these videos that you might find interesting. And that's really the best way that you could support my channel, by continuing to watch videos from my channel. Love you guys. See you on the next video. Mwah. Bye.